Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Here I talk about my inner journey, a magical, messy journey that started around 5 years ago. And I don't know when it's gonna end or if it's ever gonna end. So this journey so far was full of tears, grief, rage, tons of anxiety coming up, and lots of shifts and awakenings happening in my inner world, especially for the last 2 years of my therapy sessions. So before starting this whole journey, I used to be a perfectionist, a procrastinator, and a daydreamer. And I used to daydream every day for hours about the life that I wanted to have and the person that I wanted to become. But when it came to like taking action, even the smallest action, I used to go through full-blown anxiety and panic attacks. I used to think that there was something fundamentally wrong with me, the way I function and the way I go through life, and I need to fix myself in every way possible. I had this rage coming up every morning on a daily basis for 4 to 5 years, and I had no idea why it was coming up, and I had no idea how to contain it in my body or how to regulate it. I also was a people pleaser with no boundaries, going around with tons of anxiety and rage, and I was criticizing myself every second of every day of my life. Before starting my therapy session, I had this vision of getting rid of most parts of me and creating new parts for myself. So I was planning to get rid of me and get a completely new one. I wanted a me that is confident, peaceful, joyful, happy, productive, 24/7. I was ready to get rid of the me that I was living with for 30 years and get a completely new one. Uh, a one that I can finally love and accept and be proud of. But what happened throughout my therapy sessions and throughout my journey was completely different. So every time that I went to my therapist with the problems that I faced through the week and the feelings that came up and the way I reacted and the way I went through them, my therapist offered me love and compassion and for my feelings and for my parts who were creating conflict and creating anxiety. And little by little, she helped me create this safe space so I can just be aware and see what's happening inside without any judgments, without any criticism. And she helped me to make all parts of me feel seen and heard. After a while of being in this safe space, shifts started happening in my inner world. And one day, I felt it. One day, I felt it in my body, and I felt it in my being that I maybe am enough the way I am, and I maybe am worthy the way I am, and that shifted my entire existence. So the actual change that happened was in the way that I looked at myself. And uh, from that place, everything changed for me, inside and out. And my wish here is to share my journey, all aspects of my journey. So maybe I can remind you that if you can somehow find a way to look at yourself with enough love and compassion, you can see it for yourself that you are worthy and you are enough the way you are too. I am so excited that I'm out here telling my story, and I am so happy that you are listening to my story. Thank you so much for being here.